New at 10, first it was the fight over salamanders. Now the state wants to spend millions in taxpayer money to prepare for the next potential animal issue.
And this will affect every county in the KXAN viewing area. This is the range of the freshwater mussel. These guys are all across our counties.
And then there's the spot-tailed earless lizard in every county but Bastrop. The state is wondering if these guys could be candidates for federal protection. And as our Kevin Schwaller explains, if listed, these animals could affect all sorts of construction projects in Travis and Williamson counties, just like the recent salamander battle.
This is the home of a little salamander causing a big fuss in Williamson County.
They live in the water.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is considering whether to list the Georgetown salamander as endangered. The county doesn't want it on the list. Williamson County Commissioner Valerie Covey works closely on the issue.
We've looked at that, and it would be a negative impact to a very growing area.
And the Texas Comptroller says when animals get listed as endangered or threatened, it can lower property values, limit water and land use, and hit local economies. Now the Texas Comptroller believes there needs to be more research on other species, like freshwater mussels and the spot-tailed earless lizard. Still, a spokesperson for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says a listing doesn't have to stop development.
Our goal is to work with the developer or the landowner so that a project can move forward while also providing conservation for the species.
The issue in Williamson County could become a familiar one across Texas. Here, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is supposed to make a decision by February 22nd.
I think we have and are going to see even more so with our research that people and salamanders can live together, and both will be taken care of.
Kevin Schwaller, KXAN News.
Researchers could start these studies in the late spring. Right now, the Comptroller's office is looking for a Texas public university or universities to conduct the research. To give you an idea of the scope of this issue, 120 species in Texas are subject to review under the Endangered Species Act. And the 3 species, which will be the focus of new research, may be found in 190 of Texas' 254 counties. Giving you some in-depth perspective, there's one example where an animal wasn't listed, the Dunes sagebrush lizard. The reptile lives right in the middle of major West Texas oil fields in the Permian Basin. In 2012, the government decided not to list it as endangered. This happened after the state came up with a conservation plan to enroll pieces of land and create awards for companies to protect the lizards.